A manager confronts his club about an unacceptable team statistic.
First opened in 2006. We're at beautiful Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. Tonight, the first of this quick two-game series between the Cincinnati Reds. In is Joey Votto now, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. That's lifted the other way out to left. James is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score. So striding forward now, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Well, Matty, if this isn't a microcosm of how bad this team's been struggling lately. We didn't even have a chance to break bread and talk about them, really, and they're already down 3-0. They're going to have to find a way to relax themselves.
They'll extend their lead here as the runner scores from first.
Well, this doesn't have the makings of a start he's going to be proud of, does it? He's getting absolutely pounded here in the first inning, and I would think they're not going to let this go on for much longer.
Digging in, Yadier Molina, and a great chance here for the Cardinals to add on in just the first inning. Soft liner to the right side. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. And he is under the tag at home. It's a 5-0 game now. So another run. The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll reach second now with one away.
That was a great job of driving that ball. Extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head. One hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Standing in, Yadier Molina looking. Skied in. Votto is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Mitchell Estrada, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Estrada. Here's the 0-2. Bat explodes as this has popped up. The underhanded flip. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. 1 left for the Cardinals, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Digging in and looking for more, Darren James. He's got a couple of doubles thus far, so we'll see if he can keep it up. First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-0. Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Jones going back at the track. The wall. And it's gone as they add still another. Solo shot to right center. Home run number 39 on the season for him. And the lead is now 7-2.
if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Ready for another shot now, Eugenio Suarez. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they did in the game has worked out beautifully.
All right, so time now for the Cardinals' Road to the Show report as we see a pair of prospects performing at a high level in the upper minors. And that brings up Scott Schebler. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Here now the 2-2. Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. Ready once again, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball, so I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter, so I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
1 ball, no strikes the count. 7 runs, 11 hits. 1 error for the Cardinals to this point. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
3-0 now. The 3-0. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Head-to-head numbers against Michael Lorenzen. He's gone 4 for 9.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Hit on the ground to third. Right to him. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Cards leave 1. They lead it 7-5. And that brings up Scott Schebler. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. That one is out of here. This game is tied.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought was a bad call.
Ready now for Cincinnati, Eugenio Suarez. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. So they pick up no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. The Cardinals with a chance to walk it off as we go to the last of the night. In is Joey Votto now. Lifetime against Drew Storen. He's just 1 for 6. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Gone to lead off the inning. Leading off the inning, Darren James, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sliders in for a strike.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Smoke toward the hole. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Quick check on that tying run at first. And the runner back. James aboard here at first with nobody out. And again a throw. Runner back safely. Once more, a throw over, and the runner back safely. And again, a throw over. A dive, but he's back. The 1-0. Runner goes for second. That's a strike to throw down. In time as he just gets the tag down.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
A one-run finish, an 8-7 game. Just to the west of the mighty Mississippi, we're at the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium. And here's Jose Peraza, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. The 1-2. Hit on the ground to third. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a good start to the inning for Cincinnati. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. The 1-1. In the air out to straightaway left. James will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. One hit, one left. And now the Cardinals get their first shot at it here. No score. In now for the Reds, Adam Duvall. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The left fielder, number 23, Adam Duvall.
Now Zimmer with a swing and a deep drive to left. James going back on it. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
I can tell you one thing.
So here's the Reds pitcher, Luis Castillo. Hit on the ground toward the left. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Boy, D, were you talking about frustrating as a pitcher? You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends.
So striding in, Darren James. Watches fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, even after the victory last time out, they come in trying to turn things around as they've been slumping of late, winning in just 3 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Jones has a play, 2 down. At the plate, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the changeup is way low that time. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Duvall on the move. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Reds 1. Stepping into the box, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
No balls and 1 strike. Now the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Schebler moves over. And that ends the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 7th inning coming up. St. Louis is out in front, 2-1.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Ray Nagel.
Swinging a looper to left. James comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
First delivery to him on the way. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Jones going back to the track, to the wall. And this one is gone. A home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. And even 40 home runs on the year for him now. And it's suddenly a 5-1 ball game.
Boy, this guy just keeps going on. His 40th home run of the season, and he's not done yet. He keeps this up, he's definitely going to be in a conversation for some of the year-end awards. Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
On a good Thursday night for baseball in the Badger State, we're inside Miller Park in Milwaukee. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one, as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Brent Suter gets the call for Game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jonathan Villar. It was an 0-for-4 day for him in yesterday's loss. Hard hit toward the hole. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Cut it right there.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put-away pitch, works the count back to neutral.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Another 0-2 coming. High and deep to right center. Kane on the move. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Digging in now for the Brewers, Ryan Braun. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
James is there, and he'll bring this one in.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And let's focus on outfielder Dexter Fowler, a former World Series champ, an igniter on offense that can hit anywhere in the order and can handle himself in the middle of the diamond in center field, that premium position where you need him to be the cap.
Striding in once again, Darren James. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
The bouncer to the left side. Shaw has it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Digging in once again, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Ready for another chance? Jose Martinez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Digging in to try it again, Andreas Zamora. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Only play to first, so the sacrifice works that time. Ready for another shot last time up. So 1-1. Chopped weakly to the left. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score. Here's Ryan Braun now. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Oh, and Braun connects on one in the air to deep left field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. So the stepping in for the Cardinals, Darren James, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit ball to second. VR is there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired.
This has the makings of a real hard-fought game, but paper and reality, those are 2 different things. They pulled away and never looked back.
Saturday night baseball here on the show. Zach Davies will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hit.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. So 4 score in the inning, but it could have been much, much worse as they wind up leaving the bases loaded.
Left fielder.
Now batting, Darren James. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all three categories. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
And this will get to the wall now out near the Milwaukee bullpen. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double. So he's into second with a double here to kick off the second inning. And as we show you the team leaders there, you can see that he's moved ever closer to the 50 mark, as that's number 49 for him on the year. Settling in now, Jose Martinez. And he's one of the more dangerous hitters in baseball right now, carrying a 10-game hitting streak into this one. Ripped on the ground to first. Braun moving to his right, and it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Travis Shaw. The calling card's the bat. Left-handed power, the ability to manipulate both gaps, but also a very adequate, very underrated defender on both corners, both first and third.
Ground ball left side. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
That grounder was hard hit.
Digging in for his second at bat, Christian Yelich. He drew a walk his first time up. Fly ball right down the line in left. James is after it, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one. We're in the fourth inning of a 4-2 ball game. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Now the 2-0 home. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Standing in, Jose Martinez comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hard hit to first.
You're up.
Scoops it up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the fifth. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, James. He's got it one away. So a good job to get at the plate. Darren James. He's got a couple of doubles thus far, so we'll see if he can keep it up. Hit hard to the right side. Braun gloves it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Ready once again, Zach Davies, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James has it in his tracks, and that ends the inning. Digging in, Darren James. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Fowler at third with 2 away. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Pena calls for it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Left for the Cardinals. Next for Milwaukee, Domingo Santana. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 0-2 delivery. Fly ball to straightaway left. James will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Well, it's almost automatic for this guy as he puts another game on ice. That's save number 4 season. Clearly, this guy is one of the best.
MLB The Show has baseball now on a Sunday afternoon at Miller Park in. Ulysses Chassin is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
James is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. He's having a really nice season, hitting over.
At the plate, Darren James. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. First offering on its way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Dan, Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, when you get off to a slow start, all you want to do is get back to that 500 number, and you don't.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 41st home run of the year for him, as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Wow, there's a case of a ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
Leading off for the Brewers, first baseman, Ryan Braun.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. That's a hit, the first of the game for Milwaukee.
That's the difference in today's games. Pitchers will throw any pitch.
Now at the plate, Darren James. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way. I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. Martinez is off at first with 2 away. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Into the box now, Brett Phillips. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-1. In the air, down the line in left. James giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 5 innings complete. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Brewers nothing. Darren James will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Now here's the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. The 1-2. And breaking ball's bounced out towards second. There is La Stella. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Striding into the box, Christian Yelich. 0-for-2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. Ready on 0-2. Left side. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skill.
Stepping in, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So nothing happening this time around. Striding in to start the 9th, Jet Banding, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home to score 3 runs off a closer like this guy, they've got the work cut out for him.
Softly hit here to the left side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard to start out the frame. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
On the ground to the left side. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first, not in time as the run is across to score.
You know, D-Roll, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're trying to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Indians, Progressive Field here in Cleveland. Tonight, Carlos Carrasco is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Cleveland. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, Carlos Carrasco, power arm, big-time slider, great velocity, 94 to 96 miles an hour, but the powerhouse slider is his signature pitch. Has a changeup, but if he has that good slider, he could be really, really tough to hit.
First pitch on its way, and that misses, ball one. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, D-Roll, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third, and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone. So 3 runs on 4. Now at the plate, Tyler Naquin. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Moving under it, James. And that's the second out of the inning. And with that, let's get a look at the start. In now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. He singled his last time up.
Jose Ramirez.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Loved the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
Evan Gattis now standing in. A base hit in his first trip. A 1-2 pitch. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Gone. And that one has some extra distance. Into the box, Darren James. He got called out on strikes his last time through. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
The hitter in this situation has to understand that this pitcher is on the attack, looking for a quick inning. If there's something in the heart of the plate, you better pull the trigger on it.
Soft liner towards center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. Game hitting streak so far.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. The 1-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Backhanded to second for 1. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do. Digging in and looking for more, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
And there he goes toward second. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Brantley's after it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1 left for. Striding in for the Indians, Francisco Mejia. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James on the move. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. Stepping up to the plate, Jason Kipnis. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. Gone!
A 3-run deficit in the bottom of the 8th is tough for a visiting team to overcome. It's got...
Digging in now, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Grounder down the line at third. This is foul for the first strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hard 90, hard 90, hard 90.
To his left, Lindor. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Indians have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Well, in a quick series like this, you take the first one, you're guaranteed at least a split. They'll take that every single time.
We've got baseball for you this afternoon from Progressive Field in down. Danny Salazar, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Kind of a strange outing in his last one, Matt. Was able to pitch into the 6th inning, wasn't able to complete the inning. It kind of got away from him in the 6th. It'll be interesting, Matt, to see how he bounces back in this one.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds. The relay, and he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, and he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. The 2-2. Heading out towards shallow right.
Get up, halfway.
Valencia moves over, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Coming to the plate now, Breivik Valera, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Here's the 0-2. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Lindor backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Ready for another chance. Tommy Pham 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Striding in for the Indians, Danny Valencia. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. Here now the 2-2. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! Danny Valencia has just clubbed a milestone home run of sorts. It's the 100th of his career. Digging in for his second at-bat, Darren James will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Adams. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball left side. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory.
Digging in to try it again, Darren James. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Adams is right there.
Yeah, nice job slamming the door shut right there. And I'm told he just tied me on the all-time saves list with the...
MLB The Show has Thursday. The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Looking to minimize the damage here. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
The 1-2. Popped him up. Rizzo waits on it. And that's the 3rd out. 2 runs here. Here's Addison Russell. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. The 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James moves over. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Here's Jason Hayward now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Has a look, now the pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. James is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Stepping in for the James comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
And he falls behind 0-2. 2 runs on 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Line drive to center field. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at. You could say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
And another throw over. And he'll get back in safely. James, the runner at first with 2 gone. Hit on the ground out to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw will go to Russell covering at second, and the inning is over. Ready for another shot now. Darren James. He singled his last time up. Has a look. Now the pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Oh, a diving stop. Wow. 1 left for the Cardinals. They lead. Here's Addison Russell. Lifetime against Drew Storen. It's been a steady 5 for 9.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball.
Oh, look at Carpenter. Oh, but it's thrown away at second. And the runner is in to score from third on what was not a good throw at all.
Oh, man, this looked like it was going to be a...
Next to bat will be Victor Caratini. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, D-roll, but from a hitter's perspective.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it 1 bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. And that'll get down for a base hit. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least 1 more batter.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes, Dan.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
First offering on its way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it. 1 away.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
And tonight's final, 7-3. Time to get the week. Michael Wacha will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned those.
Striding in once again, Chris Bryant, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. The 0-2 pitch. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog.
Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set and the pitch. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Carpenter on at first, nobody out.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up. Digging in once again, Darren James. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Hot shot down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Hap looking up. Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 42 on the season. And the Redbirds have drawn even now at 3-3.
This is an all-familiar sight, something we've seen all season long. When they need a clutch hit or an offensive blast, he's their go-to guy, and this is just one example in a long line of many. He's fun to watch.
Digging in and looking for more, Darren James. He's got an opportunity here in a bases-loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
He's set. Here it comes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer. If he puts somebody else on, we'll see if he can find it.
1-0 pitch on the way. He pulls this one into right. The catch is made. Here comes the go-ahead run for the plate. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. Ready once again, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch. This is in the air out to right. Hayward has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and a couple of men left. 9th inning coming up. The Cardinals. The Gateway Arch.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
And as we join the ballgame in progress here, we find the bases empty, nobody out in the inning. Digging in now, Darren James, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast.
Drew Storen enters from the pen.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
Afternoon baseball now on a lazy Sunday afternoon at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals baseball is straight ahead. Next on the show. Tyler Lyons, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
This one's down to third, and Barney's aboard here. It's a base hit. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
Hey, nice AB right there with the pitch.
Here's Javier Baez in head-to-head action against Tyler Lyons. He's 4 for 13. Now the payoff pitch home. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James sprinting after it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So here's the cleanup hitter, Darren James, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of...
And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively.
Now batting, Darwin Barney, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Here now the 2-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James moves over. 1 down. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time. Now the 1-0 is a fastball that misses. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Sharp ground ball to third. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. So a base hit for him has him aboard to start out their half of the 4th as we take a look at the league leaderboard in hits. And as you see there, he's sitting in 2nd place in the National League in that department. Digging in, Jose Martinez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Woodall is after it, but it's over his head, and it hits the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, it's hard to say if he would have scored if the ball hadn't hopped over the wall. They might have held the runner at third because there were no outs, but who knows? Either way, they'll still wind up with a runner at 2nd and 3rd and still no outs after the ground rule double.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. That'll bring in Joey Rickard. In past meetings with Jose Quintana, a number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. So in now for Chicago, Darwin Barney. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Javier Baez. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Soft liner towards short. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Cut.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he didn't try and do too much. He took what the pitcher gave him, got the front foot down, and was able to fist feed a soft liner over the infielder's head for a knock.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James has a beat on it, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail 3-2.
Leading off for St. Louis.
Stepping up now, Darren James. He singled his last time up. In there, 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Happ moves over. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. The next Cub up, Anthony Rizzo. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do.
Smoke the other way. High and deep to left. That one is out of here. This game is tied.
Yeah, he's been producing at the plate all year.
Settling in now, Wilson Contreras. A hit in 2 tries so far. Hit in the air out toward left. James is there, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. So striding forward now, Javier Baez. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. The 3-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James has it in his tracks. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Darren James. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Bryant over to his right. And that retires the side. Standing in with the bases loaded, Ian Happ, as he's presented with the bases loaded situation in a tie ball game. Swing and a fly ball. This ought to at least get the go-ahead run in. And he has broken this one open as this is down for extra bases. And he's in there safely as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play.
Now batting, shortstop, Addison Russell.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. James is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning.
Hey, it's a luxury to be in a situation that a team needs a closer as often as they do, and this guy comes through almost every single time. That's save number 50.
A player is encouraged to keep developing his complementary skills.